Hi, my name's Alex Ross Perry. I'm the co-curator and overseer here of the Kim's collection at Alamo Drafthouse. I'm here to share 4 great discoveries that I've made, movies I'd never seen until we started this project. So around Halloween, I was taking home a lot of horror from here, and I'd never seen The Manitou, a sort of a well-known cult film, not by me at the time, but it's like a knockoff creature feature that's directed by William Girdler. So if this is kind of billed as in the grisly tradition of Alien, he also made the Exorcist knockoff Abby, which is quite good, and he made Grizzly, which is known as Jaws with paws. I thought this movie was totally fun in like a low-rent 70s way, and it was exactly what I wanted to be watching on videotape from a video store around Halloween. So I kind of like wanted to find stuff from other sections, and a big part of video store culture was like kind of trash thrillers. So I found this movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Peter Gallagher called Mother's Boys. If you think you've seen all of the like trash B, C level, like Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct knockoffs, there's always more to find. In this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis comes back to her abandoned family that she left and tries to reclaim them from the new woman. Peter Gallagher is the husband. Really, really sleazy stuff. Pretty lurid, kind of not a thing I feel like most people know Jamie Lee Curtis made. Certainly a movie I'd never heard of until I found it. And, I was in the mood for a provocative and erotic thriller. And I feel like people really like those now, and I feel like that's the kind of genre that people always gravitate towards. So this movie's called Over the Summer. Discover what happens when you take a punk city girl and put her in the middle of a hick town over the summer, the joyous celebration of culture clash in an uplifting film of summer love. It's not uplifting, it's like an 80s movie about like a cool outcast girl, so a lot of people want to see that, but it's actually really unpleasant and very strange. This tape is very rare. I looked it up, it's like $300 on eBay, no DVD, no streaming, but I thought that movie was good. So I found this movie that I thought was an erotic thriller. It's called Stripper, and I realized this is actually a documentary, 1985. This is a movie about a bunch of strippers on their way to a stripper convention. But what made this interesting was that it's shot by Ed Lachman, who's obviously now very famous for being Todd Haynes' cinematographer, who's Oscar nominated just last year. So this is like an unnecessarily beautiful looking documentary. It's clearly shot on 35mm. Now you'd see something like this in reality show terms, and this has like dolly shots and like masterfully composed angles on the women doing their performances. I don't know where you'd find this movie otherwise. Kind of just an amazing documentary. Kind of the fun of a video store thing is like, it just goes to show there's always going to be a bunch you've never seen that you're not going to find anywhere else.